Now, I want to say this to you. When it rains, it pours. Last night, Jamaica, Usain Bolt's building in Western Jamaica, in Montego Bay. The building, the restaurant, Traction Records in Montego Bay, was on fire last night. Look at this. It was. Here, Jamaica. It is just so much that is happening to my country. It is so much happening to my country. We lost our bid for World Cup this week. Miss World is in ICU after her fall. Hurricane Melissa. Thousands of Jamaicans homeless, hungry, destitute. And now Usain Bolt. And then there is a video going around Jamaica where there are tadpoles, millions of tadpoles. You don't see the video? Millions of tadpoles. Millions of tadpoles. Or probably are exaggerating. Ishmael, you have the video? The baby frogs. Baby frogs, Jamaica. In Manchester. Baby frogs all about. And I am saying tonight, something is wrong. But then a doctor, an environmentalist reached out to me and said, Andre, this is how the world and the earth works. Actually, those frogs, those tadpoles, they will serve the environment well. They will serve the environment well. It coming like a plague upon the nation. They serve the environment well because, according to the environmentalists, these tadpoles will eat the larvas that produce the mosquitoes. They said these, let me tell you what the person said, because me no want no. Let me give you they will eat the mosquitoes. This is actually good for the environment, Andre. Tadpoles will eat the mosquito larvae, and large frogs will eat the adult mosquitoes, which will lessen vector-borne diseases such as dengue, Zika, and chick-V. All right? So when I saw it at first, I was like, what is this on the land? I was like, what is this on the land? What is this on the land? But I am reminded, Jamaica. I am reminded. I am reminded that we must hold strong. Because it's like there's so many plagues. Political plagues, spiritual plagues, physical plagues, economical plagues.
Running breaks your joints.
There is a song that I want to play, Jamaica,
builds them back
for you all.
After 50.
And he'll never forsake us. He will lead us onto brighter days. In a time like this when Jamaica needs hope, in a time like this when Jamaica needs reassurance, in a time like this when Jamaica needs hands and hearts together, the Prime Minister of Jamaica is missing. The Prime Minister left the Jamaican people to go to a trip in South Africa at the G20 summit. The G20 summit to Jamaica, and Jamaica is not a member of the G20. Andrew Holness is not a member of the G20. And he has left his country at this time. You hear? He has left his country at this time. Do you all remember when Prime Minister Simpson Miller had ventured to Africa when he was leader of the opposition? And tonight I'm going to show you the hypocrisy of this man. And it's not beg him go beg. People are saying beg him go beg. I want to say, Jamaica, I don't need to be in New York to ask for assistance from the people of New York. I don't need to be in Canada to ask for assistance for the people of Canada. I don't need to be in England or Africa to ask for anything for the people, because I can use the digital day and age to go on a media platform through the World Wide Web and sit in my chair and ask for help. Who remember how he cursed Portia Simpson Miller about her trip to Africa? Why didn't he, or why couldn't he have sent the foreign minister on the trip? You remember this video, Jamaica? Who remembers this video? Who remembers this video? Who remembers this video? Ishmael, play the video for me. Who remembers this video?
Mr. Speaker. You're right. You're right. Mr. Speaker. You don't like Africans. Mr. Speaker. I would have loved to have heard the Prime Minister say, and I appreciate what you say, because the African blood runs deep in me as well. Not more. The African blood runs in all of us. But it is time that we as black people realize that if we are going to get progress, that we must start to use our resources in wise ways. So if we spend $6.5 million to go to Africa, the Prime Minister should come here and say, yes, I struck an economic deal with Ethiopia or Nigeria or South Africa. But don't just come here to tell me about ancestors. Let me tell you something, Mr. Speaker. I come from a generation that is liberated. Slavery is 350 years, 150 since free. We must understand that now is the time that we must defend our economic independence, and to do that, we must strike trade agreements with Africa. Don't come here and tell me about ancestor. Mr. Speaker, let me say this, that the $6 million that we spend flying, hold on, Hold on.
On a point of order.
Hold on. I'm not giving a point of order. I was on my feet making a point, and I would like to continue, Mr. Speaker.
A point of order, sir.
I would like to continue, and I ask the House Leader to allow me. I ask the House Leader to allow me. Please, allow me. Allow me, House Leader. Let me finish my point. I want to finish the point. Mr. Speaker, as I said, in response to the intervention by the House Leader, if the Prime Minister, having had these answers prepared and foresight of them, which I did, if the answers are there, she could have said it. She could have said it. All I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, to you is that the 6.5 million spent on traveling to pay respect to ancestors could have been spent at Pinnacle. And that is where you would be paying respect to ancestors. Mr. Speaker, if it is that you want to just travel to pay respect to ancestors, you could spend it at Pinnacle.
Jamaica. Hypocrite. How much for the South African trip? What is the delegation that has gone to South Africa? What will it cost the people of Jamaica? Hypocrite Jamaica. He is hypocritical. You can talk the talk, but you cannot walk the walk. You can talk the talk, but you cannot walk the walk. He's a hypocrite. He's an imposter. Or him gone for go charge up himself with the witchcraft. Portia never went at a disaster time. Portia went at a time when the country needed investors and partners from Africa. But look at him now. In a time of a disaster, the captain has left the ship that he is in charge of. But the ship is sinking, Jamaica. Tonight, people are saying teacher beat him. I'm not beating him, Jamaica. I'm not beating him. I just want Jamaicans to be reminding of the hypocrisy that is in this country. But I also want to show Jamaica tonight. When he was in opposition, you realize the fire that came from him on the opposition benches. That is the kind of fire. That is the kind of fire Mark must put at him in the house. That is the kind of fire, Jamaica, that Mark Jefferson Golding must put on him. Pepper him.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament.
So I go and say it again, Jamaica. That is the kind of pressure that Mark must apply for pepper him, Jamaica. We need to know what was the cost of the trip. Who made up the contingency on the trip? Who were the people? And what are the benefits of that G20 South African trip? Mark Jefferson Golding, pepper him. So I'm going to say tonight, Jamaica, That is how the opposition must start peppering them in the parliament. I hope one day, Jamaica, I will get an opportunity to be in the House of Representatives. Because had I been in the House of Representatives, Jamaica, I would never give him an opportunity to breathe or to sit easily. I would be like a termite in his skin, Jamaica. You hear what I said? I would watch him. Jamaica, will prepare him. And trust me, Jamaica, when I done with him would have looked like Peppa Pig because he would have squealed oink, 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 oink. Because he couldn't talk to the nation.
Ball out!
Jamaica, in a time like this, how insensitive for a prime minister in a time like this when thousands of your people are hungry, thousands and hundreds are homeless, many of them tonight, rain falling Westmoreland today, and many of them don't even have a roof over them head. When resources are many, but they are scarce to the people. When resources are many, and they're scarce to the people. Resources are many, and it's scarce to the people of Jamaica. In a time like this, people of Jamaica, we must pepper them. Pepper them! Because they're an unconscionable government. They're an inconsiderate government. Today, some people in St. Elizabeth called me, and they said the government came out to give resources. And it's true, they have to have the ID and the TRN. I've got a community of 300 people. And it's 65 care packages the government carried to them. 65 care packages the government carried to them. Where are the Japanese gifts? Where is the British gifts? Where are the US gifts? Where are the Venezuelan gifts? Where are the Trinidadian gifts? Where are the Emirates gifts? Where are the Spaniards gifts? Where are the tents? Who got the tents? Where are the beds? Who got the beds? Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, what a tangled web, Jamaica. Where is Taylor Swift money? Oh, what a tangled web. It is a nasty, dirty web. The government has gotten billions of dollars in aid. Where are the Canadian gifts? Where are the generators? Where are the sleeping bags? I soon come to Tufton, beat and teach. I soon come to Tufton. I go and deal with them business tonight. Chris Tufton, you block me on Instagram and WhatsApp. That's why I put out the picture of Chris Tufton. Remember, I put out where are Tyree's gifts? Chris Tufton block me on Instagram and WhatsApp. Say no to the Jamaica. I soon deal with them, Ishmael. I soon deal with them. Don't put up the picture yet.
Help. We here.
So I'm saying to you all tonight, Jamaica. $65 package per community. The ODPM director don't even know how many waters the people must get each. Where is Steph Curry gifts that he has given the government? I want to say this to you all tonight. Without the vision, the people will perish.